What is up guys, it's your boy Solam here, and today we're talking about Classic WoW, the fresh anniversary servers, and I'm just gonna come out with a statement here from the start. The servers are alive. Apparently, I have to say that now whenever I'm talking about anything that can be viewed as negative, and today's video will be somewhat negatively charged. Now, I'm just gonna say, once again, whenever I talk about anything negative, apparently that means that the servers are dead. I make a video on botting, the servers are dead. I make a video about the mistake made by Blizzard, the servers are dead. I'm just gonna say right off the bat here, the servers are thriving. They're doing really well, and at the moment, this is like Stormwind at 7 PM on a regular, average, random afternoon, where nothing specific is happening in Stormwind, and this is layer 3. We have currently 5 layers on my server, and this is 1 of 5. So imagine the numbers you're seeing here multiplied by 5. That is how many people we currently have in Stormwind once again at 7 PM on a regular afternoon or evening. Like, this is looking really good, and also, whenever doing any content in the game itself, I don't struggle finding anyone for anything. Even doing stockades in a regular party at the moment, finding people goes very fast, and I'm playing on the PvE server. The PvP servers are even more popular, so me not having any problem finding people for any content on PvE servers, which is not even the most popular servers out there, well, I would say, once again, it's looking quite good, especially because Phase 2 didn't really provide anything outside of PvP and the world bosses in Dire Maul, but like in terms of raids, we still are doing Phase 1 raids, and Phase 2 for a lot of people is just raid logging until Phase 3 comes out, or the people that are taking their time, they're still leveling their characters. Either way, once again, the servers are doing really well. Now let's talk, because whenever you are thinking about playing this game, a place that I go to myself to see the current state of things is usually Reddit, and whenever you go to Reddit at the moment, this is basically what you see. So I'm just gonna scroll through really quickly here, and we can take a look at some of the highlights. Now, first of all, we have some memes, that is great, and then we have this. Literally, the second post you will see is this one right here. Is there no more moderation left? Gold sellers are blatantly openly spamming trade, openly spamming trade with gold buying websites like it's 2004, and I was playing the game a lot yesterday, leveling my alts, and I saw this myself in trade chat. They're spamming trade chat with literally like gold selling websites, and I was playing a lot this weekend in Classic WoW, once again leveling my alt, and the same person was spamming trade chat on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. It took them, like today I haven't seen that person, but it took them 3 days to remove somebody that was spamming trade chat with selling gold. Like selling gold on a website, linking it in trade chat, took Blizzard 3 days to even like deal with that at all. On private servers, they get dealt with literally instantly. I do not understand, like, once again, is there no moderation left? Then we have, secondly, I'm begging you Blizzard to save this game. I'm just gonna read the highlights here, we're gonna get into the post later in the video, I just wanna like scroll through. Then we have this one right here, the complaining about the Black Lotus price. If flasks, I didn't believe the flasks were 150 gold until I logged on, and there we go. So the prices of Black Lotus and price of flasks. Then we have, once again, Black Lotus. If you want a dungeon run in a certain way, be upfront about it when you invite them. Then we have Thunderstrike EU, this is my server, but I'm on the Alliance side, and over here we once again have people spamming trade chat with gold selling websites. Here we can see the same person spamming 4 times in the same second. So like spamming trade chat 3 times in 1 second, and then spamming, I think this is world chat or even services. It's a different chat because trade chat is 2, and then the last one is posted in the 4th chat, which once again is usually like a world chat or something else. Then we have Black Lotus once again, and if you scroll down you will once again see here, just play the entire game for me. Once again, people that are linking to a Discord server, selling either gold or in-game leveling assistance, selling or doing RMT basically, which is just as bad plus illegal as selling gold. So people that are selling services, leveling services, boosts for real life money, and selling currency in the game, like for example gold once again. They're even selling like gear, best in slot, legendary items, raids, Onyxia, Molten Core, rank boosting you, professionals, you name it, right? Whenever you scroll through Reddit and all of the top posts, well not all of them, but the majority of the top posts are about the lack of moderation at the moment, that isn't really the best look. Now, once again, those were just a highlight when scrolling through the main page of the Classic WoW subreddit. Let's just take a look at every single post individually to dive deeper into the topic. So then we have the first one we looked at, is there no moderation left? Gold sellers are blatantly, openly spamming trade with gold buying websites like it's 2004. I don't know what is going on, but not once in 2019 Classic was gold selling this rampant, and it will be met with instant bans, but this time around, it's like the bots know nothing will stop them. So here you will see the names have been crossed out, but you can see a lot of people. It might not even be the same person, I don't think it is, because it was spamming trade chat a lot of times, and you can see here, like, trade chat, like, this is 6 messages posted in trade chat, actually 7. 7 messages posted in trade chat, without any interruptions. So like, either you're playing on a dead server here, or there's multiple players, or one person, that is able to spam trade chat with, once again, gold selling websites, and also power leveling. Want to sell WoW gold and power leveling, 100% safe and fast service, blah blah blah, and then obviously just blurring out the name here so they don't get free promo. Like, blacking out the names and the websites, funny Reddit rules, but I think it's good for, like, just in general to just black that out, so they don't, like, achieve their goals of getting publicity. That is exactly what they want. But how is it getting this bad? We don't have game masters, we haven't had that for a long time, and now we have literally no moderation either. Everything is just automated. I personally don't like this, and I don't like the way we're being treated right now. This is just one post. We also have this one right here. I'm begging you, Blizzard, save this game. Please change your suspension policy to permabans for gold buying or RMT of any kind. That includes cross-version gold trading, like trading gold from Season of Discovery for 20th anniversary gold. I'm literally begging you, as it's the only solution to keeping Classic healthy on a long-term basis. I definitely, like, personally, I don't know about the cross-trading thing, because that's not illegal, but gold buying? I guess this is just to, like, make it easier to understand, like, who does what, but either way, like, gold buying or RMT, currently, you can just do that and then take a 2-week vacation. I was raiding in Seasonal Discovery, like, previously, and whenever somebody got, like, caught for buying gold, they would just hit me up and be like, hey, yo, I'm taking a 2-week break for no reason, and you knew exactly why. Like, they would just say that as a meme, right? A couple of them just came out and said, yo, I've been banned for 2 weeks from buying gold. And it's like, you take the risk, you buy a hefty amount of gold, like somebody bought 10,000 gold, and they get a 2-week ban. Just take a 2-week break, and then you come back. I feel like there has to be some harsher punishments when it comes to my buying gold, if they want to stop it. And the fact that they haven't raised this, and it's still the same, probably shows that they don't want to enforce this, because they want people to buy gold, and they want those bots to come back, because they are paying subscribers. Might be something to think about. I've heard all the lines about they won't do it because it will lose them sub money, or they don't have resources to police the bots, much less gold buying. I'm not asking for all the reasons why it can't happen, because they have said 1,000 times. I'm just making a post for myself and hopefully other people in the community to beg Blizzard to reintroduce permanent bans for RMT, gold buying, and so on. And I wholeheartedly agree, I think this should be the case, but I simply don't think it ever will be. I'm just being pessimistic here, but based on all the evidence that we've seen over the years, I'm just gonna say it's very likely not happening. Here as well, another post we looked at really fast. Thunderstrike EU anniversary, this is on the Horde side, and on Thunderstrike, I believe it's about 70% Alliance and 30% Horde, and I'm playing on Alliance, and I saw this weekend as well. It felt like every single Classic WoW developer, or anyone that is like banning people, just took a break. They all went away at the same time. And then lastly, we also have this post right here, which is once again somebody advertising and looking for group this time. They're selling, once again, power leveling services, dungeon leveling services, gearing services, raids, PvP, rank boosting, professions, you name it. Once again, selling things in the game, real money trading. it's getting bad. The moderation right now is incredibly bad, and I'm just going to talk about why I think it's the case. Now, when it comes to the Classic WoW developer team, they have talked about this in the past in various different ways, like interviews, for example, or even like touched on it themselves in like, once again, previous ways. And we've also interviewed ex-Blizzard employees and the way they're working on, for example, games. We have some people that are working on both retail and the Classic, and then we have the Classic WoW development team. Now, here's what the Classic WoW development team are doing. They are making and developing and keeping maintenance in the Fresh Anniversary servers number 1, Classic Era number 2, Season of Discovery number 3, and they are also keeping up Cataclysm number 4. In addition to that, they are currently very likely preparing Mist of Pandaria as well, and doing some like back-end work on Mist of Pandaria. That is 5 different things, 5 different iterations of Classic WoW that they are currently working on as one team. And I believe this, even though I don't know how it is like back-end at Blizzard. The Classic WoW development team are doing all of that. Like, when it comes to the Classic WoW development team, they are working on every single version of Classic. We simply need more people working there. And it's not me, this is not me saying that they are doing a bad job. This is me saying to the almighty overlords at Blizzard to invest more into the Classic WoW developer team. Get more people in that team and start diversifying who does what. Have one team that is only working on vanilla WoW, and then one team that is, for example, working on Cataclysm and Mist of Pandaria. That way we can actually get some changes there as well, because when it comes to Cataclysm and Mist of Pandaria, in Cataclysm they have made extremely little changes. Basically, what they're doing here is giving you an expansion the way it was back in the day, and slapping in the beta and alpha and gamma dungeons, and that's it. Even when it came to archaeology back in the Cataclysm pre-patch, everyone, like 99% of people, were asking for a little change to archaeology to give you those epics faster, and guess what? Blizzard was just like, yeah, you suck, you can spend 1,000 hours of archaeology, we don't like you, and we are not going to change anything. All they would have to do is spend 5 minutes of development to change a code, and that's it. But they didn't have the resources for it, or the knowledge. So like, Classic WoW, Cataclysm into Mist of Pandaria, it's in a current like maintenance mode where they're just slapping the patches out and the content out on the expansions like we had back in the day, and other than that doing minimal like work on those servers. And in Fresh Classic WoW as well, it feels like the same treatment with the moderation thing that just happened, where we had, like, when these servers came out, I bet a couple of you saw this as well, active game masters. We saw game masters in the game itself that were monitoring, there we go, or moderating / monitoring the servers, and looking for cheaters and banning them on the spot. We saw physically in the game those game masters, and many of you probably saw them as well, either in the game yourself or on Reddit. So for the first 1 or 2 weeks, they were doing a really good job, even showing themselves in the game. And then, all of a sudden, they stopped. I wonder why. Now, one more piece of evidence that kind of indicates that the Classic WoW development team are spreading themselves too thin and working on too many things at the same time, is that this weekend is when this lack of moderation was happening in Classic WoW in the Fresh Classic servers, and guess what else happened this weekend? Dragon Soul PTR testing happened on Cataclysm on once again the public test realm. So, a new patch was released in Cataclysm Classic, which requires development, and they are actively gathering feedback and putting things into PTR, and at the same time, Fresh Classic WoW seemed like it had no moderation, no game masters, and no development. So it feels like the Classic WoW development team is like all or nothing, where they just focus on one thing at a time. In this case, this weekend, the focus was Cataclysm and Dragon Soul. And once again, I just feel like they're being spread too thin by the overlords at Blizzard, or I guess Microsoft now, probably. I'm not too sure about how things work here, but either way, like, they need more resources and more people working on that team, if you ask me. Now, at the end here, I'm just going to say that me making this video and other videos like this where I talk about somewhat negative topics or things that I want to see better, in this case the lack of moderation, is simply done for a love of this game. If everyone just ignored things like this and allowed this to happen, for example botting, real life trading, and no game masters, no moderation, guess what we would have? If Classic WoW ever gets re-released and everyone is just okay with everything and just big smiles, then what we're gonna have is bots being rampant because nobody cares anymore, right? Why ban them anymore? Just let the bots play. It will be 50% bots and 50% real-life players, and those players will actually be happy about the bots because they will farm materials for them, and they can just spend it, like they can swipe their credit card and get 10 Black Lotuses from the bots. And then, like, trade chat will not be trade chat anymore. It will be filled with people that are spamming RMT, selling leveling services, selling gold, everything like that. It's going to be what trade chat is. And I don't want to see that happen. I want to see a version of Classic WoW that has as little bots as we can have. I would love to see some actual active game masters in this game, and more moderation than we currently actually have at the moment. So let me know your thoughts on everything in the comments down below. Once again, a bit of a different video today, but I feel like this is the highlight of Reddit. If you just scroll through once again the main page, this is what you see. It's not a good look, so once again, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you again in the next video very soon.